Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Roddy and I'm a filmmaker. We just wrapped on an awesome short film for Halloween. It has blood, masks, strange people on the TV, severed limbs, all the good stuff that you need for the spooky period. In this short film, one of the characters had to unscrew a light bulb just the right way so it begins to flicker. To make this gag, I had to make a special lighting rig that was lighting the scene. Now, like every DIY filmmaker with no budget, the first thing I did when I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna light this scene was I took a trip to the hardware store for ideas. There I found a worktop trim which was heavily discounted and was perfect for the build that I was looking for. And here is what you'll need. 4 light fixtures, a socket, worktop trim, tilt and swivel connector, quarter 20 nut, wire, and some tools. First, measure the holes for the light sockets and drill some holes and attach them to your light bar. Then cut 4 wires that are no longer than 6 inches long and wire each of the sockets. You'll need only the live and the neutral wire at this point. When you find where the ground wire is, just snip it and cut it off. You don't need it at the moment. Then you need to wire the back end of this installation. Here you need to make sure that you're wiring the same colored wires. Live wires with live wires and neutral wires with neutral wires. Here you will have a lot of wires that are meeting together in the same point, so you need to make sure that you clean a lot of insulation and expose enough of the copper wiring so that you have a sufficient bond between the wires. Make sure that you wire the cord that's going to be plugged into the wall once when the light is built. When I twisted all these wires together, I used my soldering iron and a little bit of solder to make sure that these connectors don't come undone. Then I used some heat shrink and electrical tape to make sure that the connectors are not touching each other and the whole thing is very well isolated. For the ground wire, I used one of these connectors that I crimped at the end of the wire and I drew a small hole into the metal frame and I used a bolt and a nut to attach it. Then I found the center of the metal bar and I drilled a larger hole for the tilt and swivel spigot that I attached with the quarter 20 nut to the bar, and the light is pretty much done. The only thing you need to do is wire a plug at the far end of the light and it should be all done. Now this light uses normal Edison light bulbs and I found these on Amazon and they're amazing. They're 200 watt tungsten clear glass. Fantastic light bulbs. When you're using this light, you need to make sure that you're aware of the heat that these light bulbs are going to producing and don't rig it nearby curtains or any flammable areas. After all this is said and done, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram to find out when this film is going to be coming out. Also follow me on my Facebook page, links into the description below, for any behind the scenes or extra materials we're going to be sharing with you. I really hope that this was useful and thank you for watching.